Good morning and welcome back to the channel. It's Richard from Power Lines to Power Naps. It's been a while. My apologies. God, had so much going on. So much going on this last 10 days. But many good things. So I'm going to sit, have my coffee. Early Sunday morning, happy Sunday morning. Already, I won't put the camera in the faces, but already busy down here in Newey's kitchen. Sunday, so it's a roast dinner day. So I guess it'll be ramping up. So while I've got time, quick coffee, quick chill, and try and get out and have a quick word and tell you why it's been so crazy. Intro. Hi, I'm Richard. Welcome to my channel, from Power Lines to Power Naps. This is my wife, Newey, and together we both left the UK in February 2022 to start and enjoy a new life and new adventures in Phuket, Thailand. Join us on our new journey together and experiences. Sit back and enjoy. Welcome back. And before it gets too hot, I'm down here on Caron Beach. Let's look at some of the changes and why things have been so busy. Parking down here, always busy, always busy. Now back to normal. But for the last 3 days, been very, well, impossible to park down here. I'm going to come back and tell you a bit more about why that was in a min. But for now, let's just take a few minutes and have a look on Qatar Beach. Well, where did they all come from? Wow. So, where did all those come from? Well, the sea conditions, the weather, and the amount of tourists all tell me one thing. High season has started. 1st of December-ish normally, but here we are on Sunday the 10th, still quite early on Sunday morning, and you can see the beach down here in Qatar is rammed. The temperature rising rapidly, so I've retreated to Qatar Park for a bit of shade. But high season has definitely arrived. Over in Patong, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a 3-day Patong Carnival. And that's always on this weekend of the year, and that officially starts and opens high season. Now, I've not been over to Patong because, believe me, it's a little crazy over there. Okay, I've just had to change location. I think it was a little dark there, so I've just moved to a different area of the park. But huge amount of tourists have hit Phuket and presumably the whole of Thailand. So great to see, and so busy. So that's one of the main changes. Of course, with that comes heavier traffic, maybe a few more accidents, but this place has come alive and getting very busy. Like I say, Patong Carnival, 3 days. I've not been near, and I'm not going near until tonight, which will be the last night when I'm programmed to do a duty there. But I'm sure it'll still be busy. They have live bands on the beach and carnival atmosphere, and I'm sure there's going to be huge crowds there all night tonight and for the next 3 or 4 months of high season. Changes. Nui's Kitchen. Last 10 days, you know, we've been getting busier. Certainly getting a lot busier. Changes we've had to make. This is our second high season in Nui's Kitchen. So we've done 2 low seasons, which were by the title. They do go very quiet, but we did okay. From a non-business point of view, Phuket in low season is still quite nice because it's peaceful and you can get about and you can have your own beaches. So 2 low seasons, and we've done 1 high season. Last high season, it was our first, so we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know the volume of people that were going to come, but we coped, and it was a busy high season. But of course, now we hopefully know a little bit more. We've made a few changes. We've got a great team of staff. We've extended the hours. We're now open 7:30 in the morning until 8 p.m. at night-ish. But some nights it's 9 o'clock, depending on the customer volume. 7 days opening. We're now open 7 days a week, and we've done 1 week now where we've had to try and deal with and get used to losing 1 staff member each day, so they can get at least a day off a week. I don't class myself because I don't work anywhere near as hard as my beautiful wife Nui. She's working 7 days a week, flat out. I'm trying to make sure she's getting enough sleep and looking after her and looking after herself as well a bit, but hey, those that you know Nui know that she will cope and cope well. So second high season, and it's hit us like a steam train. It's here, and we know we have to make hay while sun shines. It's going to be 4 months, 3 months, 4 months hopefully, but that will go so quick, and before we can bat an eyelid, it'll be middle of April and bump, everyone will have gone home. But hopefully by then we'll have survived, hopefully been busy and done well, and by then we can chill and rest a little bit, hopefully, fingers crossed. So all good, but all change, busy. My duties with the Royal Thai Tourist Police as a volunteer officer, again, been very, very busy. Because of high season, Bangla Road, Patong is becoming extremely busy now. No exception this weekend for the carnival, but I know up there now every single night through till mid-April is going to be mayhem. If you are over here on holiday now, come and take a look in Patong, Bangla nightlife. It's very, very good. It'll open your eyes, but it's a chilled, you can sit and watch, have a beer, people watch. And if you pick the right nights, you can probably see me too. Tonight, if you're here tonight. So what's been going on with them, without saying too much, but extremely busy. We've had an awful lot of visitors, high profile, important visitors to look after and take care of. It's just seemed a whirlwind of one after the other, and we had the new police commissioner 2-3 weeks ago, which we had to escort and do a couple of walkarounds and tours and look after for 2 days. Just over a week ago, as many of you probably heard or saw, we had the Thai Prime Minister visiting Patong, which was a great success, and we carried out many scenarios for him and his team to watch. And from the feedback we got, he had a good trip and enjoyed it, but again, a lot of hours for us. So back to the parking scene down here in Qatar Beach. Why was that not possible for the last 3 days? Well, followed quickly by the Prime Minister. For the last 3 days, we've had and been blessed with the King and Queen of Thailand on Phuket. Visiting, from what I can gather, mainly as a bit of a mini holiday, a little chill, but great to see. And it saw us doing active duty again, a little special operation, and one of the main stipulations of the Thai royal family's visit, His Royal Highness and Her Royal Highness, was that their visit should be able to keep Phuket's life and tourist lifestyle and routines and enjoyment as basic and as normal as possible, without too much high profile security and red tape. Obviously, I'm sure you're aware with any royal family that the security and guidance and welfare is number one. But they were clear to make sure that Phuket and Qatar, where we are now, wasn't disrupted too much, and the tourists were allowed to carry on their holidays and their fun in the sun as much as humanly possible. So whilst in the town there's a lot of parking restrictions and a lot of background things in place for security and the well-being of them, when it came to being on the beach, there was a huge operation where we were involved, as well as many other officials and officers, in a high profile, no, wrong, high key, low profile manner. So let's just say that on the beach, when the Queen was there, Her Royal Highness, yesterday, she was taking part in the King's Cup yacht race, and I believe her boat and her team won. So congratulations to them, well done.
That's a queen. That's a queen? Yes, yes. That's she. Yeah. I'm the new. Look. Young lady.
She was on and off the beach as normal quite a bit. So let's just say there wasn't many, or very, very few, uniforms to be seen. But there was many eyes on the beach. I'm going to leave that one there before. Anyway, so the visitors and the high profile visitors just goes on and on and on. I'm sure they enjoyed their trip. It all went totally fantastically. I'm sure they had a great mini break, and all the tourists obviously love to see them, and locals, because royalty all over the world, everyone respects their nation's royals, and in Thailand that's a huge thing. So everyone was overjoyed, very pleased to meet them, greet them, see them enjoying themselves down here in Qatar. Great few days, and my respect and wishes highly go to them for, again, trying to keep life here for holidaymakers as normal as possible, which I think we did. I'm not going to waffle on too much, but it's Sunday, so I'm going to get back. I'm going to have yet another coffee with Nui, my dear wife. She's busy doing breakfast and food at the moment. 12 o'clock today, of course, it's roast dinner day. So I think today she's got the usual roast beef, and I think she's got some roast chicken today, new on the menu. Lamb shank, roast pork with crackling, and I'm sure there'll be many people enjoying that in a little while. And I will be one of them. So sorry that the vlogs have been quiet. It's just, when you live here with everything going on, with the start of high season, the volume of tourists and the volume of work, and the hours have been long, enjoyable, but you know, we're not on holiday, remember. We live here, and we've got a new life here, and we've got new duties, and we've got new aspirations and new commitments, which we fully commit to. So I will try and get out and make a few more as soon as possible, but for now I'm going to leave it there. I thank you very much for watching. I thank you very much for subscribing. I still need more members in my From Power Lines to Power Naps family. Please press the subscribe button if you've not already done so. Like, share, leave me a comment, suggest any new content that you want filming or topics to talk about. Until then, the sun's really getting hot now. I'm going to get on my bike, head back over to Nui's for a coffee and a bit of a relaxing Sunday before I hit the mayhem at Bangla Road tonight. Thanks again. Bye for now.